Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another fresh video. You are watching me on my YouTube channel Foreigners Life in Chengdu. This is Awais Malik. In this video today we are going to talk about Islam in China. As we all know, Islam is one of the fastest growing religions in the world, but in China Islam is not growing as fast as it's growing into other worlds. So let's look at the facts here, but before that we need to understand two things. Number one, China is not a Muslim country. 90% of Chinese people are not Muslim and they don't have any belief. Number two, China is not an anti-Muslim country. So now let's look at the facts. So the fact number one is in China there are total 56 ethnic groups. One of the largest ethnic groups called Han Chinese, which is almost 90% of the population. And other 55, one is called Hui Chinese, which are the Muslim Chinese. There are only almost 9.8 million people are Muslim here in China, and the rest all is non-Muslim. So the Muslim are one of the minority group here, and there's two major cities where you can find the most Muslim people. One is called Xinjiang, one is called Xi'an. These two cities are, you can see the majority of the Muslim people live here. Now let's see. In China, in early 70s, they have a policy of one-child policy, and in China, at the one time, you can have only one wife. You can have more wives, but at one time, you can have one wife. So this is one of the reasons that people usually give, that China is trying to control the population and also controlling the Islam to growing up here in China. But basically, that rule is for everybody, not only for Muslim. China is one of the biggest population country in the world. So in early 70s, when China was not that established, but they were already one of the largest population country in the world. They want to control their population. So they come up with this policy that one family can have only one kid. This policy, they applied it for almost 50 years. In 2020, they released this policy and now you can have two. So let's go back here. Since they have this policy is not to control the Islam in China. This policy was to control their own population for the country to grow. That was the reason, not for this reason. So now here, we are already clear on this point that this policy was for every single Chinese, not only for the Muslim Chinese to have one child in one family. Now see the fact number two. Mosque in China here. There are plenty of mosques, and some of the are very traditional old mosques, maybe 200 or 300 or 400 years old. Most of the mosques are open, and some of the mosques open for the tourists, that the government opened them, let the tourists to see. Since the COVID coming here, they shut down some of the mosques, and there's again news coming up that China is trying to not let Muslim people to pray and this kind of thing. Actually, this was the COVID SOP. They did not only shut down the mosque, they shut down all the public areas, for example, parks, restaurants, cinemas, most of the hotels, and also some other meeting areas, some banquet hall. They shut down all, not only the mosque. So this also a wrong rumor that you are trying to make China present very bad in this scenario, that they are trying to ask Muslim people to stay home and blah blah blah. So that was not true. Let's see the fact number two for why Islam is not growing here in China. One of the biggest challenge here is awareness, tabligh. There is nobody who is actually trying to do that. And number two is people really do not have time to listen to other people. Life here is very busy. People are working day and night. So nobody have time to go to mosque or go to this kind of events to listen to the tabligh people. What are they trying to tell you? They don't really have time and they are not really interested. Why? Because when they are growing up from the school, they do not have this subject or this kind of education in the school, that somebody has made this murder, there is a god or something. No, they do not have this kind of education system here. So this is also one of the biggest challenge. They never know. Nobody ever told them, unless or until when they travel to some other Muslim countries, for example, Dubai, Egypt, or Saudi Arabia. These countries, when they travel, and they will see, oh, okay, there is a sound, Allahu Akbar, or they see women are covering their hijab and burqas, people have the beer, so they feel very interested, so they ask them why you do that, and then people will tell them, oh, we are Muslims, we have to do that. In China, Chinese people, what they know about Muslim is they don't eat pork, they don't drink alcohol, that's it, nothing more than that. So the challenge here is you have to start from the beginning. You have to put this into your education system. You have to educate them since from the beginning, not from the middle, that you came here into this religions and you can accept Islam, obey Allah's rule, pray 5 times. They will think, oh, this is too much, we don't have this much time. So you have to go very slow from the very beginning. What is the purpose for us to come into this world? You have to start from here. This is the question number 1. Okay, let's see here how Chinese people react on Muslim people. Once they see any Muslim Chinese people, they will not say you are Muslim. They will say, oh, you are from Xinjiang or Xi'an, because these 2 cities are the Muslim cities. So they just only know this. Now let's see, when some foreigners, they tell them that they are Muslim, they are very respectful. They are very concerned. They always, if you go to outside to eat with them, they will always ask you what kind of food you eat. Okay, this food is chicken, this is beef, this one you cannot eat, this one you can eat. Or they will even ask you to, if you like to go to any Xinjiang restaurant, for example, this is called halal restaurant here. To finding a halal food in China is not very easy. As a Muslim, if you are traveling to China, you must understand, here halal food is a very big challenge. There are only few restaurants which is from Xinjiang, and they will only give you the Chinese food, halal Chinese noodle, or with the halal beef, some barbecue, but you cannot have any other. Alright, so I'm here outside now on the street now, and I will show you how exactly the halal restaurant menus look like. There's only few restaurants which are halal, so the basic problem is the menu of these restaurants almost the same, especially with barbecue, some vegetable that you cannot eat for daily basis. For some time to eat that one is okay, but if you wanted to eat that one on daily basis for your lunch and dinner every day, you are going to be crazy. So here you see, now here you can see the menu. Most of the dishes are the barbecue, and there it is. This is one of the nearest restaurant here which can offer the halal food. I cannot see the logo here, but that's halal for sure. Okay, so that's how this is look like. Alright, so this is it for today's vlog. If you like my vlog and if you like to know more about the life in Chengdu or in China, you can ask me anytime. So please do subscribe and like my channel, Foreigner Life in Chengdu. See you guys in next vlog. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.